Welcome back to Start Yesterday podcast. Today, Matt is trying to break my brain with a concept I don't understand.
Think about this. The logic behind what we label as the dimensions. Every dimension is a slice of the dimension above it. Every dimension is a slice of the dimension above it. So one dimensional is a dot, right? 2 dimensions is a line. So if you took a slice of a line and pulled that out, you would have a dot, right? That's like not difficult. Okay, keep going though. If your 2-dimensional shape was a circle, that is a slice of a cylinder. 2 dimensions is a slice of 3 dimensions, right?
I'm so scared of where you're going right now.
Okay. We're not to the point yet.
I realize that.
I see how I set myself up for that. Okay. This is where, like, for me, this is where I was like wrapping my mind around this. Like, we've all heard the 4th dimension is time, right? How does that make sense? Well, the world around us is 3D, right? But a moment, a picture, if you took a picture, that's a slice of a video, because the video adds time. The 3D objects are moving, and there is some difference between where a 3D object was and a 3D object is later, right?
Oh, that's fun.
So your 4th dimension is time, because a 3D representation, if you slice it, it's the 1 dimension lower than the world and our ability to interact with it. And then, so now you have a world and an ability to interact with it. That's your 4th dimension, right? Then there's the idea of parallel universes. If all the universes are happening at the same time, and you took a slice of it, you would have our universe. Just one of them. Which suddenly made, this idea of parallel universes and the multiverse and different timelines and choices you make branching off into different universes. It was like, it just totally made sense. Every dimension is a slice of the dimension above it. But it's all iterative these days. I'm sure there's some physicist somewhere who, one, actually understands this and is not impressed with the way that I'm explaining this right now, right? And 2, probably...
We should find him and we should bring him on the show.
That would be great. And 2, he'd probably disagree completely, right? Like, I am sure that what I'm thinking of is disconnected from mathematically sound physics, But damn it, it's kind of fun to think about.
It is fun to think about. What are you thinking about?
Well, what are you thinking about? I got this idea from reading Dark Matter. The whole premise of the book is based on this idea of the dimensions and quantum superpositioning, and it was really good. Hey Heidi, what are you reading?
I'm reading The Art of Simplicity, which is a book I found in this Airbnb, because I'm pretty sure the people that own this Airbnb are basically you and me, like 30 years from now. Just to say, she's a therapist of sorts, and he's a master of all trades. You can feel it in the art, the books, everything. But one of the books just laying there on the table was The Art of Simplicity, so of course I had to read it. It's really good. It's by a French author who lived in Japan for 30 years and found just a fascination with with the meaning behind everything, I guess, in Japanese culture. I've never been to Japan, so I found it interesting. We're going to Japan, but I haven't been there yet. But she said everything from their art to just the symbolism of everything has a purpose, and it's all designed to keep the main thing, basically. And so far, this book's just this huge iteration towards simplicity. A quote that I think I sent you was, "Do not enrich your life with objects. Enrich your body with sensations, your heart with feelings, and your mind with principles. We cannot be open and receptive if we had not made space first."
Mm.
Which I think is pretty cool.
Oh, I love that. I mean, that seems to be the vector that we're on too, with some of the, I would say, more recent, we haven't always been this way, but some of the more recent efforts to do essentialism, not quite minimalism, but I mean, you two are living out of 2 backpacks and a rolly suitcase, and I have a mostly empty apartment, and yet I think in both of those scenarios we have everything we need.
Yeah, right? Well, and we kind of started that way, but it was so overwhelming. It was so overwhelming because I had a list of all these visas I had to apply for and how much money it was going to be, and it was tons of money and tons of visas, and I didn't have the money, and it was just all these things. And then now that we're doing it, and now that we've kind of moved into it and made space for it, I don't even remember what I have in storage. I can't tell you that I've missed it because I don't even remember what it is. There has not honestly been a moment where I've like pined for whatever's in those boxes at all, which makes me curious. Like, why do I even have those boxes? Like,
Right.
Ultimately, yeah, but clearing the space for it in our case just meant leaving. I think clearing the space doesn't necessarily mean taking all your stuff to Goodwill. I think it can mean clearing space on the calendar to say yes to the adventure. Answering the phone call, for different people, right? Like that application is huge. And it's really an attitude at the end of it all. Like, obviously we all want the super sleek home with not a thing out of place and a very calm spa-like atmosphere, but really you only get there if you have the attitude first of sensations above objects and principles above pleasure, and it's something I think you embody if you're to get there. Otherwise, all the organization in the world isn't going to give it to you.
Yeah, I like the idea of having the space in time, right? Like having the space, literally blank space in a calendar. So if somebody asks, do you want to go on an adventure? You can say yes. You don't have to say, oh, I'm fully booked, having the space physically, which I think we're pretty much there. I think a lot of what I was describing is reducing friction so that choices are easy. Does have a lot to do with building space. And not having too much clutter that you have to fight through. Oh, a good way to describe this. So, my sister and her husband live in a van, and they are wonderful people. They have carved out a lifestyle that is low friction, that it does have all sorts of space, and they can say yes to what they want to say yes to. But I was talking to them about the van that they live in and how they build it, because they built it themselves. They're in the process of building a new one. And Bobby is my brother-in-law. He was talking about how they're going to design this new van of theirs to have little to no if-thens. And I was like, what's an if-then? And he's like, it is making sure that there's nothing in the van that you can only get to if you move something, basically. Like, if you deconstruct the bed, then you can get your clothes out of your closet that's under the bed. If you break down the kitchen table, you can get to your battery charger. Like if you
Yeah.
if you empty the bathroom, you can use it as a shower. Like so they're reducing the number of if-thens. And in the moment, I thought, oh, that's kind of cool. I like that. But that thought infected me because now when I look at things, I see if-thens, and if I move a bunch of my my shooting stuff, then I can get to some camping gear that I have stored,
Yeah.
And it bothers me. But getting rid of them
I love that.
brings space.
Thanks for listening to Start Yesterday podcast. We hope you enjoy listening as much as we enjoyed making this. Until next time.